beautiful people. I am up. I don't want to be up. Yesterday was my husband's birthday, so I didn't want to make any videos. I just wanted to celebrate with him. And, I mean, he had to renew his driver's license yesterday. That went well. It was done and over with like 45 minutes. So then, from there, we went to our local grocery store, bought a few things. I have no makeup on today, and I'm going to explain why here soon. While we were at the local grocery store, instead of baking a cake, they already had his favorite kind of cake there, carrot cake. So I was like, do you want this? He said, sure, I'll take it. So from there, we came home, put the groceries away. Then we went to my job. While we were there at my job, we decided to do some shopping. This is his birthday. So I told him to get a few movies. So he picked up some DVDs for himself, and from there we went to Burlington. While we were there at Burlington, I was just walking around, and I told him to go get his lotion that he likes so much that they sell at Burlington. I was just walking around and I noticed this coffee mug, and it's not a little coffee mug. It's a pretty good sized coffee mug, but it had all the Marvel characters from the Justice League. So I looked at the price. I was like, oh, that's a darn good price. It was only $3.99. So I picked it up for him, along with, he likes the green olives with the garlic up in it. So I got that for him too. That was only $2.99, so I picked them both up for him. And then we came home, and, we're just puttering around the house, being lazy. It's my day off from work. And last night, he went to go outside to have a smoke. And while he's out there, one of our neighbors that we have been having a problem with, she came outside and she's screaming at one of the feral cats. Well, there's only one. I had taken in over 40 feral cats to all be fixed, to have their shots, and then my husband just releases them back outside. She's the only one that's still around. And Mama is probably like 15, 16 years old. Beautiful Siamese cat. Beautiful. And this May will make 6 years that she's been fixed. And she was the very first cat that I trapped. I took in. I call her Mama because she was having litter after litter after litter. No, we got to nip that one up in the bud. That uterus has to be ripped out. No, 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 no. So I trapped her, took her in, and she is the only kid. She was born here. I mean, she doesn't know anywhere else. She's been outside for so long that she would not feel comfortable being inside somebody's house. And we have a couple neighbors too. Two neighbors, two, that are absolutely just mean and horrendous to her. They go out of their way to chase her around the parking lot and to yell at her. Well, Mama's old. She had been here before this neighbor had been here. She was up on the hood of the car. It was cold and wet last night. And Mama's just trying to stay warm. This neighbor comes outside, I mean, just absolutely yelling at a cat. Well, my husband flipped the script. We're extreme animal lovers. We love animals. And when he heard her yelling at the cat, that's when he started yelling at her. Things got out of control real fast. I had to go outside and step up in the middle of this. And I told them both, for being adults, you're acting awfully childish. Both of you. Very childish. And she goes, well, I'm just tired of the cat. Well, honey, like I told you before, and I'm going to say it just one more time. Without Mama being here, let me tell you, this whole area would be infested with cats. Absolutely infested like it was before. I took in over 40 cats. Got them all neutered, spayed. Quiet, Chai. Quiet. Chai. Quiet. That's enough. So, I just told her again last night that Mama, even though she is spaded, she chases off all the other feral cats. And, Mama, we don't know how much longer this cat has to live. So, I said, just let her live out her life. She's not harming anybody. I know you don't like cats. I know the other neighbor does not like cats. But there's no reason to be mean to her like that. She serves her purpose. She keeps the rodent population down. She keeps the other feral cats up out of the area. You know, leave her alone. She goes, y'all are being her. No, we're not. And don't lie about me or my husband like that. She goes, well, I should call the cops on you for causing a disturbance. Honey, there was no disturbance until you caused it, so let's call the cops up on you too. Well, that was enough, and then my husband has had multiple major strokes. I'm not talking about minor strokes, mini strokes, TIAs, whatever you want to call them. He's had multiple major strokes. Not 1, 2, 4 that I know of. So, and he's alive. So I had to remind her about Texas state law that states if you only know that person has a heart problem, other issues, and you cause them to have a heart attack or a stroke, you can be held accountable, charged with their murder up over this. Other states do it too. You know, somebody could be shot and survive, but years later die from that injury. 10, 20 years later, and you're going to be charged with homicide. So, that wasn't good enough for her either. Just shows you how childish she is. She's going to walk up inside of her place, turn around, and flip off my husband. Why are you going to give that obscene gesture? You're an adult. Come on. You say you're 60. You're fixing to be 61 this year. You are extremely childish, narcissist, sociopath behavior. You and the other neighbor that does not like cats. You two are extreme narcissist, sociopath people. Just filled with so much negativity. Come on. Especially you. The one that we had the disagreement with last night. You call yourself a believer in God. Pray. Why are you getting so mad? And it caused my husband to flip out and have a meltdown. My husband has PTSD. I don't wish that on anybody. Anybody at all. So, and then this, I was extremely upset by the whole situation. I talked to my husband last night about it, and I talked to him this morning about it. It's just too much for me. I'm a strong person. Absolutely strong person. But the past 4 years have been absolutely horrendous. Well, 5 years. I keep saying 4 years. Why did I say 4 years? It's been bad 5 years. It's been going on since 2015, but that's beside the point. I keep wanting to say 2016. I don't know why. Probably because it's just too much drama for me. And last night, it was the straw that broke the camel's back. So, I had a talk with him last night. He was extremely worked up about the whole situation. I'm severely disappointed and really discouraged with his behavior. Don't think I'm letting this one off with him either. I'm not going to let it off with the neighbors either. We live in an apartment complex. It's a one-bedroom. I don't feel safe here anymore. I don't feel safe for my husband either. I don't enjoy sitting at home anymore. You know, it's like I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. And this has been going on for years. I work my butt off for my paycheck. I absolutely work hard for it. Like the other day, my quota is just 6 racks a day. That's it. And if I can hang more, good. If I can price more, good. The other day, when my coworker had her seizure, I was able to go through 4 Gaylords that day. I was able to hang 8 racks and price 7 of them. Started hanging the 9th rack when it was time to clock out and go home. And plus I was able to assist during her medical crisis. So it just shows you that I go above and beyond on my job. Every single day. Every single day. I was scheduled to work this morning and I had to call in to use my PTO. I need to get a lot of this straightened out today. And if I don't, it's just going to keep escalating. I talked to my husband this morning, and I'll say it again. In 2019, I was really, really hoping that 2020 would have been my year. Since 2020 has started, it's been one drama after another after another. And we're only 23 days into the month. And like I told my husband this morning, I was really hoping to buy a house this year. It's not going to happen. I wish it would. I really do. I really wish it would. And I'm trying to remain positive, but I think after 5 years of going through this, I feel like the person who is just hanging onto this rope, trying to claw away to keep hanging on, and I'm down to that one little string up on the rope, and I'm just barely hanging on and being positive. I'm fixing to leave the job, Goodwill. Hopefully I can find another job here real soon. But I just don't have the money to buy a house. I don't. I absolutely don't. I told my husband I'm not going to wear any makeup today. I have a lot of aggression I got to work out at the gym today. And we went to the gym yesterday, and we had a good time. I mean, I worked out my shoulders and everything. They didn't hurt. I was kind of hearing the bone grinding up in my right shoulder. But, you know, I was able to do the flies and the rear delt So it kind of helped. I mean, and by the time my workout was done, my left shoulder was the socket. It was kind of burning a little bit, but actual hurting, no. Mm-mm. And like I told my husband this morning, I'm just tired of it. I was really hoping that 2020 would have been my year for financial miracle, any kind of miracle to happen. For all these past few years, all the horrendous, horrible, awful things that have happened to me and my husband would have been finally over. But as the days go on in the year, and this is 2020, January 23rd, I don't see it. And last night was my confirmation of it. It's just as bad as all the previous years. And I told him, today's the 23rd. And if it hasn't happened by now, it's not going to happen. He goes, well, we're only a few days into the year. Yes, that's true. But the whole thing of all this happening, drama on a daily, I won't take it anymore. I won't. I love my husband. I love him dearly. And I'm always going to be there for him. But I had to draw the line with him too, because he didn't handle that situation at all last night. And I told my husband, I said, you were born and raised up in the South. What happened to your Southern charm? He goes, I don't like her. Honey, I don't like a lot of people either. But bless your little heart for, how you were reacting to the whole situation. And I said, see, I just used my Southern charm. And I got my point across to him last night, but I had to carry it over this morning too. And this year, I was really, really hoping for something good to pop up in my life. I just don't see it. And today, I'm just going to go to the gym. I'm really going to work out this aggression. I'm just going to keep on praying. And maybe the answer will come to me and what I need to do. But right now, I fear for my husband. I fear for myself. We've already had several neighbors move out, all due to this one neighbor. And they even stated, well, I'm moving because of her. I don't know if I can move. I don't have no money. None. For goodness sakes, people, I work at Goodwill. I work at Goodwill. I'm hoping to get back into the medical field once I leave Goodwill. February 1st is my last day with them. So I'm hoping to get back into the medical field. I don't know if it will happen. That's all up in God's hands. But even then, I still wouldn't have the money to move. It takes a financial miracle, financial blessing for that to happen. And it's just not going to happen. Yeah, I can say that. Like I said, I'm trying to remain positive about everything. But I think it's just after so many years of being chipped away at me and chipped away and chipped away, the negative is starting to creep in, and I've got to get rid of that. I really do. Like I said, it's just been one bad thing after another. My husband's multiple major strokes over the years, the financial hardship that we're in. And it's hard. It's real hard to remain positive when you got so much on your plate, you know. And the whole drama. Oh my God, stop. Just stop with all the darn drama. I can't handle it no more. No. I can't. I won't. I'm done with the drama. Y'all come back now, you hear?